Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all, this episode was it was so goofy to me, especially this beginning. This is season 6, episode 11, Leak What You Speak. Yeah, something like that. My mouth feels like extra juicy. So, excuse me in advance. So, wait, no, that's not it. That's not it at all. That's a whole nother show. Season 10, episode 9, Leak What You Speak. Real Housewives of Potomac. I pulled up Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Picks up at the party where they are arguing. Kiana is just... it concerns me how angry she gets. She's so angry and she's so intense. I'm like, is this what Candace was given in the early days? When she was banging that knife on the table, just sitting there looking crazy, just a screaming. I need to go back. Was she this? Jesus. Don't break your mama's table. Don't break your mama's table. Jesus. Kiana is screaming, you are flawed, your character is flawed. I would never let you have my husband. Stacey says, you don't have one. Perfect. Kiana's like, you don't either. You don't have any of that. Where's Timo? Where's Timo? I was just like, this was really going on in public? Like, oh my God. I was just embarrassed watching it. Kiana is just, oh my God. The fact that she stands 10 toes down in the way that she's acting, like current day. I saw a clip of a live her and Angel did. Angel had this red fall color hair. That woman is Angel was looking good, but Kiana was just being so foolish on the line, and she said that Stacey is using words in terms of microaggressions to her. I said, girl, you are aggressive. You are aggressive, girl. She's not gaslighting you. So they're arguing, it's going back and forth. This part might be out of order. I can't remember what was happening next, but their argument kind of went on afterwards, and it was just like, oh well, I don't know if she said, do you have anything else to talk about, or what would I be jealous about? I didn't really remember. But when Kiana, my life, my business, my condo, everything, I was just like, receipts, timeline. Receipts, timeline, proof. Okay, Kiana, she is really, I'm wondering, is she pushing for a moment? Does she know that this is who she needs to be the talk? Is she just trying to be talked about, good or bad? Or if this is really who she is, it's like you really, for some reason, don't like Stacey. And it is amazing to me how everybody comes on this show and they are immediately clawing at each other to get the highest up Giselle's butt. I don't understand. Please, where is Karen? We need Karen to bring some order back to the girls and let them know it's not that deep. We don't have to work this hard. We don't have to do this. Because it seems like whatever Giselle says or whatever you think Giselle might want, you don't like her, Giselle? I'm going to get her. Oh, wait till we get to dinner tonight. They've been so ready to just do. And I just be like, wow. Wow. So she's screaming, my life, my condo. I said, your condo? It's cute, but did you see Stacey's house? Girl, stop. What do you have? Stacey's like, a husband and a ring. It's cloudy in the motherfucker. I wouldn't want that. It's real cloudy compared to nothing. Go bag. Go chase Greg. I said, ooh, I'm sorry, she ate. She ate without raising her voice, and that is what I can appreciate about Stacy. It be moments where, yeah, you lying and you getting on folks' nerves, and I would probably have words for you too, but the fact that they be full blown screaming, point, like, even though I agree with Tia's yelling was just like, babe, it's okay. So yes, girl. So Kay be looking like she about to pop a blood vessel. It is just truly insane to watch her get this worked up over a situation that ain't got nothing to do with her. That's the most craziest part about it. It's not even something said or done directly to you. You're just a witness of Stacy's infinite amount of lies. You know, but to be this worked up, stupid. So in the middle of all of that, they're like, somebody call Chris. What call Chris? And Stacey's like, yeah, if I'm being accused, we might as well call the person that's accusing me. And so I think Ashley's like, Sharice, you got his number, call him. So Sharice calls Chris, and he's just basically like, man, I don't know what y'all, maybe I don't know what y'all talking, I don't know what y'all got going on. He don't really say yes or no. He's just basically like, y'all filming and y'all asking me questions, and what, child, I ain't got nothing to do with this. You feel me? Y'all ain't finna get me caught up. He didn't really answer the question, if you ask me, but they say that he says no. He said no. Stacey didn't call him. I'm like, that ain't what he said. So now Sharice is telling this story, and I said, see, Sharice. Sharice is the type of chick you just cannot even try to be cool with. Sharice is telling the story about when her and Stacey were hanging out. They taking a little picture together. They went out a nice little restaurant, look cute. When her and Stacey were hanging out, they met these guys, and at some point in the night, the friend of the guy that Stacey like tells her, yeah, but he married though. And Sharice is like, yeah, and Stacey was like, what's that got to do with her? I mean, but they did make a cute couple. I'm like, girl, go sit down somewhere. So we see Wendy over there like, are we sweating? Are we sweating? Girl, you sweating? They have my girl on the ropes. Get me together, Wendy. Get me together. They have my girl on the ropes. I could appreciate Wendy and the friend that she was to Stacey in this event, because even when Kiana started doing the most, you a hood rap from Detroit. I know you when I see one. I know you when I see one. When it started getting too much, Wendy, came in the middle and started dancing like, all right, let's, whoo, girl, I'm not gonna let her beat you up. I'm not gonna let that happen, girl. Yeah, girl, like I could appreciate Wendy having her back. So speaking of Wendy, Giselle pops up and tells her that, girl, Angel got the smoke for you. She wants some smoke with you. Wendy like, what? Giselle beckons Angel on over, okay? They get to talking, and Angel is like, you don't treat me right. I don't think you treat me right. And I'm like, Trick, is she your man? Like, what? Yeah, I was too through. You don't treat me right. I said, what? I was floored, okay? Too through. They talking, and she tells her that basically she's mean and dismissive. This is what Angela is saying to Wendy. And you're the one that called me a catfish. And this is in a group because Giselle beckoned her over. So Giselle's like, no, baby, I called you a catfish. They're like, I hear somebody else. Stacey's like, no, it was Giselle that said the catfish. Kiana's like, no, but it was Wendy. It was Wendy. Giselle's like, no, it was me. And they just all just kind of, well, me and her talked. But you, Wendy, you're just so dismissive. You're just so dismissive and you're so mean. You don't treat me right, Wendy. And Wendy's like, girl, if it's a one-sided beef, if it's beef, it's one-sided. Like, there's no beef over here with me. Like, see, you're trying to psychoanalyze me, Wendy. You're trying to psychoanalyze me. And then you're mean to me and you don't treat me right. I was like, is another instance of you being dismissive. Wendy said, no, this is an instance of you falling flat. I said, period. Because, girl, what is happening in that hand of yours? She later goes over and tell her husband, yeah, I had to talk to her, and she was mean, and she didn't treat me right again. He's like, water off a duck's back. Girl, who cares? Stop talking to this girl if you don't like her and she don't like you. Just annoying. Stacey ends up leaving because clearly she's not welcome. Kiara is essentially just coming to scream in her face. Anytime Stacey breathes, Stacey can tip her drink and try to turn to the side, and Kiara will be right there like, yeah. It's just like, what? Why are you so worked up about it? It's insane. Jessie is leaving with Angel. Wendy's trying to get her to say, you leaving, you leaving. Giselle rushes her thick neck over there and trying to escort Stacey out. If you're leaving, go leave. And she's hitting the elevator button. Stacey's like, I already hit the button. Well, I'm hitting it again. Well, I'm hitting it again. So Jessie is all of us. She's like, wait, you're mad at Stacey? So why are you mad at Stacey? I said, thank you. And this is why I can appreciate Jessie. She's asking the questions that need answers. And Giselle's just like, I just can't deal with liars. And, I can't deal with liars. And I don't like what I heard. And I need to think about it. I said, no. You can't manipulate Stacey to do what you want her to do. So you don't want no parts of her and her independence. What? Trying to be that it girl. Giselle is appalled. Okay? She is appalled. Okay? And then it was just blowing me. She can't be trusted. That one's not a girl's girl. You can't trust her around husband and children. I said, for one, when she met him, he was an ex-husband. She's allowed to date a divorcee. And two, what has she done to anybody's children, Giselle? Here you go again. You just said a few episodes ago, I don't even have to make up lies anymore because y'all just do everything. But here you are still making up lies. Lies, Giselle. I said, this is just too much. Later on, they done left the party, y'all. They done left the party. We is done with this party. Ashley mama come over there to that house. And Ashley in this backyard. We've seen this backyard at least 3 times this season. And that grass ain't never cut. Ashley, what was Josh for if he wasn't over there cutting grass? A young little whippersnapper. Boy, my kids is with their daddy. Get out there, cut their grass, and after you get out the shower, get his ass. Something like that. It was just insane for her yard to be looking like that. Well, it's just me. I'm solo. It's just me around here. So her mama asked her about Josh. She basically like, he a little younger than me. He want a wife and kids. I ain't having no more kids. So I had to free him. We see some clips of Uncle Lump, which is basically her stand-in dad, giving her advice. I ain't saying you need to leave him, but you need to leave him. I ain't saying it's a whole bunch of more men out there, but it's a whole bunch of more men out there. Uncle Lump give it straight like it is. So she ain't really dating right now. She went on to let Josh loose. Her mom still got that bum laying around her house. Remember when Michael was paying her rent? I think they said Michael was giving that lady like dang near $10,000 a month between rent, utilities, all her bills and stuff, and then gambling money. It started getting around $10K a month. And she messed that up because she got some no good, nothing living there that ain't contributing to nothing, baby. Ain't nothing that good to make me miss out on my meal ticket that my daughter done set up for us. Listen, I said, what? But this is coming from a lady who lived up under a bridge with this man. So Ashley, you trying to rip her away from this man when she literally voluntarily lived under a bridge to be with him. Girl, it is a lost cause. But Ashley is super concerned at this point because her mom is having health issues. She was throwing up blood the other day. She been having, you know, a bad bill of health at the doctor. So Ashley is concerned. The mama's just like, well, I like to work, Ashley. Girl, don't nobody like to work if they had options of not working. It's one thing to have to work so you like life, so you just deal with it. But it's a whole other thing to say you like working hard. I don't know, I like working hard. They can sit up and do their hobbies and learn new skills all day. Read books and stuff. Go to yoga and stuff. Try new recipes and stuff. You go to new coffee shops across town. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So the funniest part about this little scene to me was the beginning. I almost forgot about it. It was the beginning when the mama came in, and which one of them was it, Dylan? Dylan was like, keyboard, keyboard. And they run over to the keyboard and he starts playing the little keyboard. And she's like, sing the song, Dan. Sing the song. Healing and thriving. Baby, she really got to get healing and thriving. Like, yeah. Like, yeah, girl, you messing up my notes. You messing up my notes, okay? Masterpiece. Needs a little work, okay? Chill. But the mama joining, they all just having a family sing-along to Ashley's music. I said, what a moment. What a moment. So, Kiana, man, listen. One big room full of packages. Because everybody in the family fine. Kiana fine. Her mama fine. Her brother fine. Okay? She's sitting with them. They at Greg's house, okay? Greg's house. Because that's where the food at, I suppose. That's the bigger home. You know, she in the condo. That little condo that you got to pay for, like Jessie said. That's why she want that condo paid for. Because she could throw it in Jessie's face. He paid for the condo. Jessie embarrassed her. That's why he finna pay for the condo. Jessie done shamed this man. Okay, y'all. Let me get a sip and reset. I'm glad I did. Shoot. So she lets them know that Greg said he gonna purchase the condo for her. But then, where your priorities at? Because do you want a ring? Let's go looking at rings. But you want the ring or you want the condo? The mama looking like, huh? What? And the mama feels like, girl, you left him because he didn't get you a ring, so now here he is again, still not getting you a ring. Tell me how that makes sense. No, I didn't leave because of the ring. I didn't leave because of the ring. Like, girl, it was literally about the ring. That was literally all you was obsessed about. When you came on the screen, you said you think you were going to have your ring 3 months with them living together. And y'all was broken up in like 6. Girl, bye. So being a wife and a mom consumes her, and that's not a bad thing. It's just doing it with this person when it's not working and you just wasting more years. You're just wasting more years when you just gonna settle for this life. Like anyway, Wendy is talking to her sister. They're talking about their dad and how they ain't seen him in 20 years. Took a trip to Nigeria and he made up an excuse on why he couldn't see them after they had came all this way. They whole family, like Wendy and her husband and kids, Ivy and her husband and kids. I said, what a mess. So she has daddy issues, okay? Her mama come over. I said, Jesus Christ. Housewives is... I want to be on the jury. I want to do jury duty in the cases where it's housewives clips being paid as evidence. Because between Candy and Todd, we done already seen this today where they didn't use Todd trying to say he signed a prenup under duress. Like, it's on tape that you drug your feet and you actually had a lawyer, fool. Like, come on. In Wendy's case, because her mama's sitting there, I enjoy spending her money. Look at me spending her money. Look at my bag. Yes, my nice bag. Spending all her money. This how I enjoy her money. And Wendy like, well, this is how I enjoy my money. And they walking in looking at her in the faces. I was weak because I'm like, Wendy going to jail. if she escapes jail time, I'm praying for my sister. I am. I love me some Wendy these days. I've been loving Wendy for a minute because, you know, the fact that she's just an educated black woman is like off rip. I think I liked Wendy her second season. I've liked her since her second season. But yes, y'all, this is how I like to spend my money. Whoop me and all this money. Look at this bag. Look at this renovation. I said, Jesus Christ. So now we got the little split scene situation with the two different groups discussing the same event, okay? At Jassy's place, there's Jassy, Stacey, and Wendy. That's where I would be. And at Angel's spot, it's Angel, Giselle, Ashley, Kiana, and Tia. I said, Tia, baby, no, you with the losing team. I hate that for you. But she is mad at Stacey right now because when Stacey got caught in a blatant, stupid lie, she tried to flip it on Tia with the, why are you trying to come between me and Wendy's friendship? So I'd be mad too. I'd be talking a little trash too. So dang, Tia, but this is clicking down, just so you know. At Jassy's house, Stacey's just like, was it me or was she trying to have a moment with me? And they're like, nah, girl, she be trying it with you, girl. She be trying it. Stacey just feels like she always coming for her. And she asks Wendy something and Wendy gonna say, you are her favorite toy in the toy box. Kay's over there is just like, I don't know what comes over Stacey when it comes to me. All her hood Detroit comes out. All her hood Detroit comes out. And Giselle's like, yeah, because you was up screaming across the room. I'm like, because why does she think that she's the calm soul in this situation? I truly don't understand. She be literally about to pop a blood vessel, y'all. Like, it be concerning. It be concerning. Giselle's like, oh, you know, we trauma bond off of dealing with Stacey and her lies. So I love when we get together to trash talk Stacey because, you know, girl, it be a key. I said, you are a loser. You are too old to be a loser. Like, to say that with pride is insane. It's one thing to think it and actually do it, but to say it, yeah, we're gonna get together to trash you. You know what it's giving. Yeah, me and my friends talk about you in the group chat. Wait, no, I need a booth mic. Me and my friends talk about you in the group chat. Your tattoos look dirty. It's like the only Mia line I know. Your tattoos look dirty. Yeah, girl, we get together to trash talk you. I said, oh, okay. They talking about how Cookie Giselle's Cookie impression took me. Bro, it really did. It really did. So, last thing we see is Ashley and Kiana are out to eat. They're going to meet up with Monique because they said at the separate houses, maybe you should just talk to Stacey, Monique, so you can figure it out for yourself. If you feel like she lying, if you want to deal with her, yada, 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 it'll be your decision. Monique and Wendy come. Did I say everybody? I feel like I'm missing somebody. Kiana, Ashley, Monique, Wendy, Stacey. So first, Wendy is there and she tells Ashley and Kay that she talked to Stacey and Stacey really don't want to talk to Kay. She not trying to be dealing with all that anger and vitriol, okay? It's just too much. And I'm like, I agree. She don't let the girl talk. She don't let the girl get a word in, and she be screaming at the top of her lungs like girl, this ain't that. It ain't never that. We too grown to even talk that loud. Your blood pressure is through the roof when you're screaming like a nutcase, okay? It's crazy. Well, I don't want to talk to that fraud ass bitch anyway, okay? I'm just like, she said, this is the dumbest thing I've heard, y'all. She acting like I'm a threat when she the scariest bitch here. Well, yeah. Wouldn't a scary person be threatened easily? Right? let's use our thinkers. But I guess this whole season of her antics and the fights she's been picking shows us that she's not using her thinker. Ooh, her fine ass family just popped up on the screen. Yes, Lord. And the brother knew he was gonna be on camera today, baby. I'm finna hit the gym today. After this shoot, you know, that's what it's giving. It's like, what you gotta say? So, anywho, we are. Monique greets Stacy with a hug, saying, "We come in peace." So Stacy kind of like can take a deep breath because Monique is not on no fugazi right now. She's a whole new person. She done grown from fighting, and it's like you can see that they're trying to antagonize her to see how far they can get her to go, if she's really healed or not. And it's kind of lame because she's been divorced from that man for 2 years and has known Stacy for 5 minutes. Like, who cares? So when Stacy gets there, Kiana gets up and goes to the bar. She's just over there sulking and drying her eyes. I'm like, but are you crying? You need to be crying. That demon need to be leaving up out your soul, because you need healing, child. You need healing. Stacy doesn't want Ashley there either. But Monique is like, listen, I'm not about to be going back and forth trying to get the full story. We gonna need her here to get it all out there, okay? So they talk about, okay, well, this is what happened with the situation. After that day at the Pride Parade, when you opened up and told us about your relationship, somebody went back to him and told him, they're saying that it's Stacy, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Stacy's like, I don't even talk to him like that. And then Monique was like, I thought you did date him. And Stacy never said she dated him. She just didn't say she didn't date him when they said it earlier that day. At Pride, rather. So it's just looking all crazy and unnecessary. Stacy pulls out her phone like, listen, I don't fool with that man. I don't know why y'all keep saying this. These are the text messages I got from him. The first one was like when her and her daughter were on a local magazine cover. He sent it and was like, beautiful. I guess she didn't reply because he then said, oh, thank you would be appropriate to say. And then the next text later on was like, yeah, I heard my name came up during filming. Hit me up and let me know what's going on. And I don't know if Monique asked or they saw the date. When is that? And then she said the date. She's like, girl, that's before I even met you. So y'all been on this mess. I said, exactly. They brought this is the lob to get you back into the group, I suppose. So somebody, was it Monique? Oh, so he's stalking you. He's stalking you. That's the text. I said, not stalking. That's a lot. That's a heavy word. But they end the conversation with just being like, Monique being like, but be careful. He's messy and he is vindictive and he's this and that. And I know him differently. So be careful, girl. I said, But at this point, nobody really believes that this is the one time we feel like Stacey's not lying, okay? The girls are just making up something. And Wendy said, let me put my detective wig on. She runs down the suspects of who the mole may be that talks to Chris. Suspect number 1 is Kiana. And basically Kiana and Cookie, because they don't like Stacy. They ain't above making some stuff up. And you know, that's who the top is. She mentions Angel because she knows that the husbands know each other. So that would have been an easy way to get the message to the husband. And then she mentions Stacy still. Giselle because Giselle love mess. Stacy because Stacy is a liar, okay? I said we might as well throw Ashley in there too because Ashley ain't above making up a lie neither. But that is the end of the episode. My vote is that it's Kay and Cookie. Cookie, she came ready to wreck shop, y'all. Stacy had me cracking up. What are you gonna do? Cookie was about to charge her, girl. They scooped Cookie up so fast and got her out of there, okay? That is the end of this review. Let me know what y'all think about the episode. Let me know what y'all think about the review. Comment down below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to start doing clips. I gotta do some clips of this. Until next time, y'all. I will see y'all. I gotta do marriage to medicine soon, huh? Bye.